that this shareable revenue, being increased as part of the equitable share for county governments, be deducted from the national government share of shareable revenue. What that means, Honorable Speaker, for the benefit of the member for Kisii, Honorable Donya, and the member from Meru, the Honorable Dorothy Kiara, for your benefit, what this means is that if 34 billion shillings is to be deducted from the national government share of shareable revenue, even Honorable Osoro and Honorable Millie Odhiambo will lose, because it will mean you have either to reduce your NGCDF, your NGAF.
Majority Leader, that's a clever way of calling members to order.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, because I could hardly hear myself. You know, when Osoro speaks to Millie and Osoro speaks in a very animated manner, you get distracted. So I was calling them to order. But also to inform them that if we were to agree with the Senate, it would mean then that we reduce the amount of school capitation money that is going to pay school capitation to children. It would mean that the 9 billion shillings, the 8.94 billion shillings, that is being appropriated to take care of healthcare workers under UHC, then has to take a cut. Because if you increase the shareable revenue going to the counties by almost 35 billion, something somewhere has to give in. The Senate has proposed that the national government gives in. The national government share of revenue is what NGCDF shares from. It is what NGAF shares from. It is what the Ministry of Education shares from, to be able to have capitation in schools as children open schools, as happened this time. It is what we will give to the UHC workers. It is what will take care of the completion of projects. And honorable members, I was drawing your attention because remember, this is your last substantive budget in this parliament, this budget. Because the next budget that we will do in March, April next year will be implemented from 1st of July when you'll be out there campaigning. So if you have projects that you want to complete under the national government, this is the budget to complete. And I think I have communicated effectively in terms of what you want to do with these Senate amendments. And therefore, it is a proposal of the Budget and Appropriations Committee that we decline these amendments by the Senate to allow us to go into mediation and agree with our counterparts in the Senate that it will not be fair to reduce the national government share by 35 billion shillings. Then in the same spirit say, in case there is any shortfall in revenue, it is only the national government that can bear that shortfall in revenue. Honorable Speaker, we are living in very uncertain times. 6 months ago, we didn't know that there will be a war in the Gulf region. We never knew or imagined that anybody could close down the Strait of Hormuz, and we assumed things would move on normally. Today, we are confronted with a global crisis around the Strait of Hormuz and the war in the Middle East. The disruption that it comes with, Honorable Speaker, in terms of the trade routes in and out of the Middle East and connecting to other destinations in Europe, in Asia, the ramifications will be felt not just now, but even over the next many months, Honorable Speaker. And we do not know when this war will end. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, when we talk of a possible shortfall in revenue projections, it is a possibility. And if we say that that shortfall can only the national government can bear that possible shortfall, then it means in a few months down the line, we'll have a supplementary budget cutting more of the national government share and what we have budgeted to expend in the course of this financial year, Honorable Speaker. These are no ordinary times, Honorable Speaker, and these times call for leadership. And I speak about leadership, Honorable Speaker, I say that bearing in mind what the Honorable Junet was saying here. That if you, indeed you are a true leader, if you desire to lead Kenya as a nation, as a president, if you have served in this house as a member of parliament for 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, you know what to do in times of crisis. Honorable Speaker, when we had the COVID pandemic 6 years or so ago, we all came together as a nation and took some very painful but necessary measures. We are confronted with such a time, Honorable Speaker, again, where we have to take painful measures, and I hope we have that opportunity when we debate the motion by the Honorable GK. Let me not get into that. But I really want to urge the House to agree with the Budget and Appropriations Committee that we decline the amendments by the Senate to allow the two houses time, together with the Council of Governors and CRA and the National Treasury, time to go through a process of